Hey guys, it's Erin with Time Saving Templates, and today I'm going over another common question that I'm getting with the variable compensation bonus template. And so we're going over the one that's listed here. If you go to Human Resources Spreadsheets and scroll down, we're going over this variable compensation bonus worksheet. So let me pull up the file, and this template is set up so that you can fill out the information. I have another video that goes over how to use this template, but basically you're filling out everything in green and white if you want, but the green cells have to be filled out. The white is extra information, and then all of the gray cells will calculate. So this template is to help you calculate your bonus payout. So the question that we've gotten is related to how you would manage this if you are breaking out the file and sending to different managers so that they could put their input, and then those managers send their file back to you. Now you need to consolidate everything into one master file so it can be reviewed with everybody's information in it. So I've already started out by filling out some sample data of about 50 employees. This template is set up for 1,000, but you can also easily use it for more. You would just highlight and then drag all the formulas down if you need it for more than that. But for this example, to keep it simple, we are working with 50 employees who are eligible for a bonus. I've set 5 different managers that we're going to break out so that each manager gets their information and not the information of other employees falling under other managers. You could do the same thing with function if you wanted to instead break it out by everybody in West goes to one person, everybody in commercial goes to another. You can apply the same thing, and I do have some columns hidden. This is just to make it simple, but there's also team and department if you have other ways that you want to break out the data, but we don't have to use those. So I'm hiding them to make it a little shorter. Basically, I've copied and pasted all the main information for these employees in here. I also have filled out the bonus. I'll link to the original video that goes over how to fill this out and how it may be different if you have everybody receiving the same bonus target percentage. Then you're going to have one grade and just assign everybody to that grade. The performance ratings, this is also assuming you have like a standard performance rating procedure so that you can then recommend the bonus based on what their performance rating is. So this information is already filled out. And then I've left the performance ratings blank because we're going to be sending this to managers and they're going to fill out their employees' information. So now that I have everything in the main file, I'm going to start breaking out the files. So I'm just going to use a simple filter to filter out. Actually, before I do that, this is my main copy. Let me go ahead and save a copy for Manager A. So we're just going to do File, Save As, and I'm going to change the name of this to Manager A, and we're going to name it Outgoing, because they're also going to return the file to you. And we want to keep a record of what did we send, just in case somebody gets deleted or something like that. We want to make sure we have a record of what the outgoing file was. Okay, so for here, this is for Manager A. We still have everybody else listed. I'm just going to click on the filter for Manager and uncheck Manager A. And then I'm going to scroll here to the bottom of our data, and I'm just going to highlight, and then I'm clicking Shift Control up arrow and then the down arrow one time. That'll highlight all the data that I want to delete. We're removing all the other employees except for Manager A. So I'm going to delete that and then come back and do select all, and you'll see that now we have just Manager A's information. So now this file, we can save it, and now it's ready to be sent to Manager A. So Manager A receives the file. They are going to, you may want to do this step before you send it to the manager. Copy and paste the employee IDs and put them in here. Now they're going to come in, they're going to assign different performance ratings to their group. That's now going to populate a recommended bonus target for the performance weight of it. So then the yellow is where the manager can now enter what they want. So we have the recommended percentage, and then this can also be up or down. So all these numbers are over 100%. That is because we have set this up in the bonus key. So likely you may not want to set it up this way if it's going to go over the bonus pool, probably. And the pool is calculated based on just 100% bonus target. Yeah, it has us going 3,000 over their budget because we have so many going over 100%. And again, for more details on all these columns, I will link to the other video. But for the purposes of this question, we are asking the managers to fill this out, and they may not want to enter exactly what the HR recommended. They may say, well, let me change this to 80%. Let me change this one to 100. So this is made to be entered so they can play around and see how that affects the total bonus. So that is manager A. I'm going to save that and say they now send this file back to you. But you also have other files that you need to make. So that was manager A. I'm going to go back to the main file, and we're also going to do the same thing for each manager, which I won't do. I'm going to uncheck the blanks. So now we have manager B. I'm going to highlight, shift control up, and then delete the data that we don't want. So now we have manager B. And before I save over my main file, I need to be extra careful that I'm actually doing a file save as, so I can not save over my main file. That would be bad. So this is manager B outgoing. So ideally when they send it back to you, you would then save another copy that says manager A input or manager A final, that sort of thing. Let me just fill this out really fast so we have some sample data to work with. Okay, so now let's say that manager A and manager B have returned their files. Now we want to consolidate the files that we're receiving back all into one main file so that everybody can be reviewed together. So you could do VLOOKUPs and pull it back into the original file, but for now I had saved a blank version of this because I think that it might be better to copy and paste in the chance that the manager is changing something over here or something like that. What if we had their band wrong and the manager updated it? So we can do extra audits to see if anything changed. You can add protections to the columns you don't want the managers to change. There's a lot we could do, and you can consolidate this different ways, but I feel like copy and paste is the most simple, straightforward way, and then we can double check and make sure that nobody is missing. So I would highlight the green and white cells. You don't need to copy and paste the gray cells that have formula. Copy and paste this into the blank, and then I'm also going to need to grab this yellow column where they entered their information. That in here. Now, if they added their own formula, that's not going to work until we paste in. We also need to paste in the performance ratings. Grab them here. I'm just doing Control C and Control V. So now those should be populating. And then we would also grab Manager B and get his information pasted in as well. So we're going to do performance ratings, the detail section, see, from employee ID to the salary, paste it right beneath. Okay, so now we have at least consolidated 2 managers, and as you get the files back, you would then pull it in. So that is how you would break out the file and then consolidate it again. And that way you can see like the total of the bonus pool. So one was over, one was under, but combined it's only $10 difference in the budget. So this one was about 1,300 over and this one was 1,300 under. So that's pretty close coincidence there. And so that's how I would handle consolidating and pasting everything in. I wouldn't worry about the cells with formulas. If they're there, we can just leave them there. I would make sure that when you're pasting that you're not doing a insert copied cells. That would give you an error, because if you shift the cells around, that's going to shift the formulas around. So you do want to stay away from anytime one of the templates asks you about shifting cells, you just want to cancel out. We're just doing a standard copy and regular paste to do that. So I hope that helps. And let me know if you still have any questions on how to do this, and I can post another video on how to kind of audit, make sure nobody's missing. I would use VLOOKUPs to do that. But until next time, don't forget that I'm here to help you streamline your spreadsheets and save time. You can find this template at timesavingtemplates.com. Going to the HR spreadsheet section. And we also have some free resources for you if you go to timesavingtemplates.com/free resources and click on the one for human resources and compensation freebies. We have a compensation metrics cheat sheet to help you with that. Thanks again for watching, and come back soon for more tips and tricks on how you can save time with Excel spreadsheets. Thanks.